nature that is pure awareness. I am of the nature of truth. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om. Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang today. And again, welcome to all the friends who are joining us via internet to have real-time Satsang with us here in Rishikesh. Big welcome to everybody. Very good. See. Acha. Okay. Maybe you start first, no?
Namaste, Moji.
Namaste.
So, a lot of YouTube videos and introspection and coming here just to find out that I was never not here.
You were never not here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course you don't mean Rishikesh, we know.
No, I was born here in Rishikesh. No, I was never not here.
Never not here.
And
We all understand what he's talking about? Oh, okay.
never actually moved because I can't really move. And things just, everything just is. I don't know about, not anymore, I don't know anymore about the absolute or a space or another space or I am or anything.
It is okay.
Just
What do you know?
that it is, and I am never not here.
It's good. While we have identity, there is personal identity, I mean like this, there is an accompanying restlessness with the egoic state, whereby there's almost always a hunger for activity. We feel that there's less value for the space which is unoccupied or without activity. Something, a restlessness seems to emerge very often in the space which could simply be acknowledged and rested within, no? And so it is not easy when the consciousness is in that state, when it is identified as a personal evolving entity, to really appreciate or to assimilate a statement like you have just said, which is that I have discovered that I am always here, or in your words, you say, I am never not here. And that all I can really confirm is that it is. What is the it that is, even, you see? We don't have to get too mental about it, but just I put this so that you may enjoy a deeper introspection, a deeper sense of what is meant by it is. What is it that is? Is, we know. Is means exist. And it is what, you see? But don't go mental about it. He says, I say, it is sufficient. Stay like that. He says, I don't know about any such thing about absolute and about other states of consciousness. It's okay. It is okay. Don't worry. If there arises within a need to know or to experience the knowing of that, it will arise spontaneously. For now, what do you know? Just, I am here. And that also you may say that I am perceiving. Somehow perceiving is taking place in the place where I am here. And what else? That just it is. And what is it? Maybe you can say same, I am. And who is the I that am? Somewhere within your being, you will know whether this is an important debate to continue or it is enough. The one who is listening to such words must somehow let them enter into their being. Because if not, it will just become another debate or some kind of philosophy. So it is enough. And your sensing of when something is enough also arises spontaneously. It's enough, like that. We are not here to debate truth, but to discover. Huh? Stay like that. Now, if I say stay like that, you could easily say, but there is not even effort to stay like that.
Nor is there someone staying as that.
Nor is there somebody who has to make the effort to stay like that. So I am going to keep an eye on you to see if your voice change, if your words change, something like that. You see? Because it would mean that on any time, in any moment, under any circumstances, that remains as it is. It is constant, beyond even the concept of being constant. It simply is. So, superficially, moods may seem to change, but essentially nothing happened. On the surface, some waves may move, but asked about them, it is insignificant. Nothing to report about that. Let the waves play. The ocean is not disturbed. Enough. So, good.
Why not?
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Very good. You can come.
This morning I was thinking of coming up here, and I was waiting in the queue, and I heard some conversations and I concluded from what I heard that like there's a lot of people here who are themselves spiritual teachers and therapists, and I thought, I'm here with the teacher's teacher, and it got the insecurities going in here, feeling like, who am I to get up here, and what do I have to say?
Sorry, I missed the last few words. What?
It got the insecurities.
Some insecurities came up?
Yes, yes, and what do I have to say? And who am I to come up here?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came in, I felt like this is my resume.
Yes.
And I wanted to come up because I feel like I'm definitely here for freedom.
Yeah. I'm here for freedom. As to become, I am here as freedom. Isn't it? I'm here for freedom, then must become, I am here as freedom itself. No? Even the unspoken, no need to speak it even, you see. But perhaps these conversations were good for you in some way, because it maybe brought up some sense of insecurity, or maybe it seems there are people speaking and they seem so advanced, and I don't know if I'm really steady, and the I wakes up again, that compares and judges and recedes and advances and all of that. And you will catch that more quickly, you see. The inquiry will defend you. It will be your bodyguard in some kind of way. Not that you ultimately need one. But during the stages where there is still some doubts, have energy in them, some insecurities still arise, you will bring them into the light of your own inquiry or introspection and see who is suffering such feelings. Just like that, you see. I really want the self-inquiry can seem initially like it's very mental, but really it is not. It is only misconceived inside the mind that feels the power of it and wants to escape from the directness of this seeing. You see? And so I am here from time to time. It comes up, the process of looking, you can say, the stages of looking, and how simple it is, and how direct and immediate is its finding, you see, like that. So in your case, for instance, you say, even I am here for freedom. This is an important stage to reach. That inside, the pulse of your heart and mind is only for freedom. As I said before, Rishikesh is a very beautiful place in so many ways. Very holy place, very traditionally spiritual place. Thousands of years beings have been coming here, bathing in the Ganga, walking up to the holy hills and so on, like this. But you have come here for freedom, not sightseer, not to make new friends, not to expand your Facebook address page, but to recognize your innate freedom, you see, like that. So when I hear like this, it catches my attention. When I feel that the beingness is attracted to the heart in such a powerful way, then something just becomes almost irresistible to want to sit with you and to check in and like that, you see. What remains to be done, if anything? What is there to be done? Somebody has come like that and they have said, I am just here for this. How long will I have to wait? How long will I have to wait? And I will say to you, whatever takes time will also disappear in time. That's all. Try to find that which does not take time, does not require time, and it is not time. Is there something here? Does not even require effort in itself. In itself. But it seems that something has to make effort. And we must clarify what that is. Simple thing. As soon as it becomes clear, the superstructure of egoic thinking and the strangenesses will begin to deconstruct, crumble like that. So, I don't want to keep you waiting. What would we be waiting for? Even the state of waiting for something, even the state of waiting for something is observed inside you. Something is waiting for something. And that waiting, and the one who is waiting, and what is being waited for, all of that is seen from the place of your awareness. But it can seem that that is not enough. And why would it not be enough? It will not be enough if you have a projection about what awakening is. If you say in your mind, to be awake means to never feel pain again, wrong. If it says to be awake would mean that I will never be broke again, then that is a misunderstanding. It's a limitation. If it says to be realized will mean I will always be broke, again, double misconceptions about it. We have a lot of ideas, and maybe it is all to do with our spiritual fantasy about it. In the simplicity of being, you will come to that completeness very quickly. If you don't bring in all these requirements, all these projections with you, then quickly you'll come to that peace, that inner silence, that completeness. Today even. Now even. And this is what is for me exciting in the nicest way. That I don't have to tell you, wait until tomorrow. Come back next week. It could happen, and it has happened, where somebody was sent away. Why? Because the reality was not arrived yet? No. But because somehow there was still too deep an attachment to identity, and there was no space to assimilate the immediacy of what is. So somebody had to be sent away intuitively. Who sent them away? Consciousness sent them away. Do you have to be sent away? The previous speaker said what? I am never not here. Can you confirm also those words? What must you have recognized to say something like that? What must you have discovered to say something like that? I am never not here. Well, obviously it doesn't mean the body, because the body come and go. So it's not the body's statement. Mind also is like, can be like a monkey. It never keeps still. It's always something. So it cannot be the mind that is saying, I'm never not here, because it is going all over the place. So what is affirming, I am never not here? I am always here. What in you can cause such a statement to be made like that? Where is it arising from? Where are those words arising from in you to say, I am always here. I can never not be here. And this here also is not a geographical position. It means I am always here. Where is this here? It's everywhere. We're not going to speak so much about that because if you don't understand this in your heart, your mind will start to trip on it and create all kinds of fantasies about it. I am here for freedom. Where is freedom? I have shown up for freedom. Where is freedom? What is freedom? And it's not some political expression. That was never freedom. What do you mean by freedom? You see, freedom from the psychological hypnosis, whereby we believe that we are a psychological entity, or from the influence of conditioning and misconceptions. Freedom from being caught up with that noise. I am here for that. So, if you are here for that, then I ask you, leave everything else then. For a moment, you have to do it. Can you do it? How can you leave everything, even? It's not difficult, in fact. Many times throughout the day, you have to leave everything, but you're not conscious of it. Throughout the day, very often you are absolutely empty until, again, something engages with thought or with past or with some sensation. And it appears as though the emptiness is eclipsed by this functioning and the interest in that. But I'm showing you that even if activity is present, it does not cancel your peace. So, if you understood this, you don't have to try and suppress activity. Many people are trying to do this. They're trying to stop the mind. Like, don't think. You cannot do it like that. And also, the psychological mind, it loves a fight. It grows on conflict and resistance. So let him play. But you stay as the detached observer of that energy expression. Don't get entangled in any of that. Just remain in that state of neutrality. It is not difficult. It is natural for us. It's a kind of rest. It is your natural refuge. It is your retreat. To let the attention retreat in the heart. Actually, you are the heart. So again, I say, if you don't get it, I am here for freedom. I am here, someone say like this, I'm here for freedom, I'm here for enlightenment, whatever it means. I'm here to find myself, whatever terms we use, we're not going to argue. I think we understand we are speaking about the same thing. I have not come here to join a new religious group or to become a sect or whatever. I've not come here for that. I've not come to join the largest Facebook family on the planet. No, I'm not interested in that. I have just come to be free. To be what I cannot not be. Then what is in the way of that? Even if you say some ideas are in the way, a lot of ideas are actually they are not in the way. They're only in the way if you believe that they are in the way. Then you will believe that thought into existence and it will start to operate for you. And then you have to go find a contrary thought to believe in to get rid of the first thought. What if you don't touch any thought for a moment? Is it possible? Meaning, don't try to stop them, let them play. Even if they are vigorous, even if they are dynamic, even if there's a tsunami, does not amount to yourself becoming distracted by them. If you don't say, this should not be, don't say even this should not be, let it be whatever it is. But you stay as the awareness itself. Be conscious of that. You don't have to be clinging and close your eyes. No, even that is too much. Let everything be. Let everything dance. But you stay only as the presence itself. Then you may say, but I can't do that. I can't do that. Somebody may say like that. I am unable to do that. I can only do that if I light some incense, if I get into my favorite asana, if I chant some mantra, then I'm able to do that. But if I don't do this, I am not able to stay as the presence. Again, that would be a build-up of some kind of misconception, because awareness has no condition. It simply is. Can you say something for me now?
When I came here, it seemed like I feel like I came here a wreck, but when I got here, I started listening to satsang, and it seemed like the light in a room started coming on, like a dimmer switch kept going up bit by bit, and the bit when it went up like the most was when you stopped and you said, I need to address this thing. And it was that we have these beliefs that this isn't going to happen for us.
Yes.
That we're not really, and then you said, that's a trap of the mind. And when you said that, it was as if the light came on in that whole sector. And freedom became what I was. It was effortless. I felt the ease of being and something watching, and it just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened for, it was funny, it happened for a couple of days, and the witnessing was going on, and then somebody got up and talked about he was experiencing witnessing, and it had been going on, and it was effortless. And I was experiencing the same thing as he was describing it, and then you said to him, can this fade? And what I heard was, yes, it's because it's faded before.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, let's take it from there. So the question was, as soon as someone genuinely is in that state, now we're not speculating now that it is confirming itself, but I am just here. I am not on the way to another state, I simply am. And there's a great sense of rest and peace. There's nobody doing it. I'm not being restful. Simply, there's rest. I'm here. I'm not accomplishing something. I am just here. This feeling, no? Then I feel already your energy field has changed. You're not carrying anxiety and doubt, which also has its own look about it, energetically. Something is dropped inside its own self. It's marinating in itself, and it is quite content. At this stage, I can ask the question, you see, can this fade? Why? Because you're in a position to answer. Now you don't have to answer from someone else's answer. You don't have to answer from a book that you've read. You can look directly. Drink from your own fountain now. Can it fade? This is a question, you see. Now, what happened? Then some doubt is still lurking because the house is swept, but the dust is still here. And something says, yes, it can fade. It meaning what? It can fade is what? A feeling? We need to be together here because if you catch this one, it's worth 100 points, okay? So don't go to sleep and say, oh, he's talking to him. And no, it's you. I'm talking to you, okay? Yes. Can it fade? Can this fade? Yes. What can fade? What can fade? What will fade? A feeling will fade? A feeling will change? Yes, feelings will change. This moment will fade, will pass? Yes, moments pass. So let what is fadeable fade. Don't be concerned about that. But it is observed, something is observed to fade. That which observes fading, is that fading? Thank you. This is where you need to be at. Don't tie yourself to any state, because states come and go, even the most beautiful ones. There is a tendency that as soon as we come to a pleasant state, and some have come up and spoken about this, no? Out of their own satsang, they've come and said, yes, actually, I've been inquiring, and as soon as I came to a pleasant state, I went, thank you, very good. Feel nice now. Good. I'll just call my friends, go for chai. Boom. Okay? And then later to come back and say, I saw that this was also a trick of my mind. I have something has just been going for pleasant feelings, pleasant states. And I know this is not what Muji is talking about. Because those states, they come and go. So let what come and go, according to their nature, and come and go. But that which witnesses their coming and going, is that coming and going? Yes. Does it prefer any state or condition? Does it says, ooh, I love when it's so peaceful, and I'm so much myself when it's peaceful? No, it does not say that thing. Of course, when there's joy and lightness, there is a sense of appreciation. There's a joy there. But I say, don't even identify as joy. It's okay. Don't push joy away, but don't say, this is it. Because the mind loves that. It says, this is it. Yeah. And then you find, no, it's not. And then something comes crashing again. Oh, I lost it, and it did go away, and it did fade. And I say, yes, these things will fade. What does not fade? What cannot fade? What witnesses the fading, the coming and the going? Huh? Why is there no attraction towards that? Resolve yourself there. Dissolve yourself there. Huh? Because something in the mind is still looking for a nice feeling. And if you're looking for a nice feeling, then emptiness will not appeal to you. You see? You're going to say, well, there's nothing there. The mind tells you there's nothing there. Just forget about that. Look. Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, yes. This is fine too, but it's not enough. It will also go. This is why I say, you who are reporting about past feelings, past experiences, don't lose any more time with that. Look at that which can never be past. What is it that can never be past? But in whose presence, past, present, future, time, change, they are perceived, but they create no impact upon that. It's a simple one. The most natural thing for you. The most natural thing for you. But why does it feel so difficult? Conditioning. Something inside fights that. Like, it can't be that, or interprets that state like a death. Like, I'm nobody. And everything in my life prepares me to be the best somebody. And this is like discovering I am no thing. And my parents did not bring me up to be no thing. I was Mr. Nothing, Miss Nothing, going to find a job. Who is going to marry Miss Nothing? Mr. Nothing? He said, mind is catching you now. I said, huh? Huh? You're going to lose all your attractiveness. As if you had it before. I mean, like, you're not going to be interesting anymore. Because what? You're nothing. So the mind is still here. This is not coming from the self directly. It's coming. And we need, actually, can I say like this? We need display. Because this is how this tension is needed. Huh? Consciousness sometimes create the sense of a problem in order to experience transcending it. Easy. Why? Because it doesn't have a problem. Consciousness has what problem? And with who would consciousness have problem? But in the play of existence, some friction is needed. Yeah? Because the game is transcendence. When consciousness portrays itself, makes a self-portrait of itself as a person, then it is a much more condensed, limited expression. And by nature, it will feel vulnerable because it identifies with the body and knows that the body is in time. And it sees that bodies are capable of becoming sick, and they die. So then, because it identifies, I am the body, then it feels, I am also going to die. So there is, in the psyche of the human being, a subtle anxiety, attention, that this is all going to end someday. I'll just get as much in as I can right now. You see? And it misses the timeless within itself. We are just seeing this. We're not creating. There's no need to create. Don't make a new you. For a moment, you're only looking. We're not even trying to fix anything. You're not trying to change anything. Just the power of seeing. The power of clear-mindedness. That will shatter. Many misconceptions will fall. Sometimes we have a fear to be alone. Because alone triggers feelings of isolation or loneliness. So these are all the cards that the mind will play. These are the aces coming out. That freedom, absolute liberation is very, very costly to life. And that there is going to be pain. It's going to be sacrifices. You're going to have to move away from the joy in your life. It's rubbish. It's total rubbish, in fact. I don't think any being enjoys more than a sage, actually. It's just that they're not a junkie. They don't need. Simply, you're in the joy of your own self. It's not a selfishness. It's not, oh, I'm closed in. Because that joy is very generous, actually, if you can use such a term. Maybe generous is not the right term. It simply radiates, even unintentionally. It radiates joy. It somehow harmonizes everything that comes into his orbit. It's generous in that way. We have bought many misconceptions, and for a while it was unavoidable. But your life is going through a stage of awakening, whether you're aware of it or not, because every being is in satsang. Just we are not yet conscious about it. Satsang is, maybe the term is a Sanskrit term, but the implication is universal. All beings are somehow on a journey of self-discovery. We have to try it first to see if something outer, some form, is going to give you what for a while your mind projects to be the solution for your life. But every being is in that process, is in the cooking pot for liberation, for awakening to our timeless nature. It's just a question of what stage you are at. And that stage corresponds to the strength of your identification with the body-mind conditioning. When it is very strong, satsang will not have such an appeal for you. Satsang in its truest form will not appeal to you. As your mind is somehow merging into the arts energy, naturally you feel attraction for the inner way, the more subtle way, the wider way. The love is released from its tribal limitations and becomes more universal. It does not mean you stop loving the people you do, but you may find that your family is growing. Your family is growing just like that. Because your love is spreading. That is what is happening. What is freedom? Freedom is just another term for what you are. Make sure you are not merely searching for truth on your own personal terms. Sometimes we have a sense of how far we want to go, and that it has to look a certain way. You must give up those ideas. If you can drop those ideas, you will come into the fullness of yourself very quickly. You see? Don't believe in the one who is waiting. Don't believe even in the one who is impatient. There's a stillness within you. It's not on the way to somewhere. It's just that stillness is there. We must find that, recognize that consciously. So give me a feedback at the moment. Where are you as you stand here right now? What is happening of any significance for you?
I don't know.
Are you confused?
No.
No. You waiting?
No.
This is very good. If you're not waiting, not expecting, not anticipating, then what is here then? this? Can this fade? Mhm. Is there something lacking of significance for you?
There's noise, but you just said don't pay any attention
Yes.
to it.
Noise can be there. Noise can be there. Because it's natural. The senses are functioning. They were never the trouble, actually. They're not the trouble. We'd never have to suppress them. Let them be there. But they don't need any manager. They are functioning wonderfully. This is the wonderfulness of consciousness. They don't need policing. Perception is going on. Inside the silence of being. Is anybody keeping this state? Is there a keeper of this state?
No.
Like, I've got to be careful now. Don't breathe too fast. Because it might go away or something. You have simply brought your attention back to yourself. When your attention is not with yourself, it is called a distraction, actually. We may say, but if I put my attention only on me, how will I get things done? You'll find when you put your attention here to rest in yourself, you're not paralyzed, but also you're not doing anything actually. Some power seems to move also in this body and all the bodies, and it's doing things. And it's not a chaos. And there's an intelligence that observes this. And a wonderfulness comes about it. Like, wow, I always imagined I had to do this, but I see that somehow it's just kind of happening. And if it's not fixed as an intention, I want it this way, it happens its own way. And I find if I allow things to happen their own way, there is a natural acceptance and a joy with it. But conditioning and too much culture sometimes says, no, it should be like this. But it wants to do its own thing. And then something goes, it never works, and why is life so difficult, and I don't know why, and it's like this. And then you become a whinger, basically. Complaining. You have missed the boat. So, like that. If I were to say, you don't need to know anything, just allow me a bit. You don't need to know any particular thing and to do any particular thing, and yet this body is designed for certain things that has to happen through this life field. It's going to do it. You don't have to determine I am going to do or I am not going to do. But if it comes naturally, oh yes, I want to do that, let it happen. Nothing wrong with this. But we don't have to give so much energy, so much determination to force your life to go into a certain way. One does not need to be so forceful. There are moments when force is needed, but in those moments, it will spontaneously happen. It will spontaneously come. When effort is needed, effort will manifest. You see? But it takes a certain trust, but not only trust, it will take also experience and insight. When all of these are working together, you'll have the sense when you meet someone like that, you are in the presence of God. We are good?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nah. Who shows? Who really wants to come? Okay, come, wherever you are.
Namaste, Moji.
Namaste.
I feel that I have to come in this moment because I am in the same crossroad. In all honesty, I really feel like I'm free.
You feel you're free.
Yeah.
Okay,
feel,
it's good.
I don't know if feeling is the word. It's
Could you
like
come a bit more
know-
closely so I can
I
hear?
I know that I'm free.
You know that you are free.
Yeah.
Yes, good, good.
At the same time, even contradictory, I feel like there is something more needed.
So if
Like
you,
something more is needed.
okay, so let me just recap. You know you're free.
I know that I am
You know that you are
this.
this. I
It's
know that
untouched.
I am this.
It's untouched.
It's untouched.
Anything that comes and goes doesn't touch it.
Okay.
Emotions, feelings, thoughts. This is always here.
Okay, good.
But still I come to satsang, still I feel like
Still, you feel you come to satsang. This is also okay. It's good. It's good.
I have the sense that still I'm waiting for something.
There
Like
is a
still-
sense that there is something waiting for something.
That I am waiting for something.
That you are waiting for something also.
Something more.
I don't feel anything is wrong with this also. If we don't turn it into, a mind pie, and you simply feel something is responding, an urge that does not need to explain itself, your legs come to satsang. You're here. And you find like that, okay, I'm here. But the mind is saying, okay, but why? You're free. Why are you doing here? And you say, yeah, why am I doing here? You see? And then like this, it will start to create some kind of noise, and you will not even enjoy your satsang even. You sort of feel, why am I here? I mean, like, maybe I should be just walking down the Ganga or something. Why am I? You see? You don't need this.
I don't have that.
Huh?
I don't have that. I enjoy here. I'm very happy to be here.
You're very happy to be here. Like this, then it's simple. Because you say, I know I am that. I see I am the untouched. No? This is already something tremendous. Therefore, when activities manifest, even if they are very dynamic, even sometimes fear may come, deeper, there is something that's just lets that happen. Because you can see from your untouched place that whatever fear can do, and what is the worst that fear can do? Maybe there are some images there. Chop your head off or something. Throw you in a mincer. But something inside knows, but the awareness cannot be minced. Still, but I prefer not to be minced. But I know there. You see? Okay. This is natural thing. Then you feel there's still, I feel I'm waiting still for something. It's not yet, I'm not yet completely established in my state or something. It is good, it is fine. Just come and be here. It cannot injure you, you're here. You see? I've never met a being who has awakened to the truth and felt they made a mistake. So, oh my God, no. Sort of regretted it. No, oh my God. Can you take it back or something for a while, or can we put it on pause? so I can finish off my other life. I've never met this thing. So you come, you don't know. We don't know if there's something left. It is not good to feel, I've done it completely. There's no need for me to do it. There's no need for that. Don't, just keep quiet and quietly vanish within your own being. This is good. Some people have heard them say, yes, when I gave up seeking. I said, who exactly gave it up? Who is making that statement? Is it the self that is saying, when I gave up seeking? No, I don't think it's the self. You know? Who is making the statement, you see? Look at that one. Search that little bit more to see who needs to say that. And just keep quiet. So you are come to satsang in the days when Ramana Maharshi was physically present with us in Tiruvannamalai. No? Many beings, they wake up, they got it. They got the seeing happened. And they spent the rest of their lives with him. I'm sure they ask, why you got it? Why are you staying in the ashram, taking someone else's space up? And they may say, well, actually, I don't find a better place to be, actually. But all the places are the same. Yes, please. Please leave me alone. I'm fine. You see? You have a sense, I am free. You say, I know I am free. Okay. Then there's nothing more to say much about that. You don't have to keep saying. When you know something completely, you don't say it. You never have to affirm something that is totally natural for you. Nobody goes around saying, look, I'm breathing. You don't, because that is something that's natural. You don't say that. So if you find someone who goes and say, I'm free, they're not free. They think they are free. But in satsang you can say, as you did, you say, yes, I see that I'm free. I'm not boasting about it. I see that is freedom. However, I feel I'm waiting for something. And I say that waiting also is a sense that can come, and you can look into it. You can say, you can try to analyze it a little bit. This is very healthy, by the way. To try and identify what exactly is waiting for something. Just see. If you can use the feeling of waiting to see who is the one who is waiting. Just be very quiet with that question. And sometimes you have to write it down, because as soon as your focus begins to deepen, like onto it, distractions start to come. It's as though something doesn't want you to find out, does not want you to be clear. There's a side of our nature that works to keep you as a person. And when you come to be free from that, to look into that, some forces start to, like I say, it starts to throw stones in the bush, and then you forget what you're doing. So sometimes you write down, and also don't change your question for another question. The mind will say, that's not the right question, maybe this is a better question. You see? Why? Because it doesn't want you to look. You have to look under the kilt of the eye to see what is there. Check him out. And so as you're doing that, sometimes feelings of discomfort can come. And then you start to soften yourself to try something less challenging. Go through it. So this is a good starting place. You say like that. There's a sense of, I am waiting for something. This is okay, fine. Let's just take a look at that. First of all, waiting for what? And very often people say, I don't know. There's a waiting, but I don't know what for. Okay, you don't know what for. Well, what about the one who is waiting? Can we see if you can catch hold of the one who is waiting? And again, resistance, because the sense, it is me. I mean, it's an obvious answer. I said, yes, yeah, I know. But you precisely what? Is it the body that's waiting for something? No, it's not the body. You think it's the pure self, the pure being is waiting for something?
No.
No. Then who is waiting for something?
Some conditioning, I think.
Thank you. The idea I have of who I am is waiting for something which it feels is going to make something complete. But that is totally looked upon as just some kind of scenario that is not true. It's just a play, and it will change. So don't give any further attention to that. Simply be aware of that, but keep the energy in the presence itself. Stay as the presence. There is a natural sense of detachment that's present there. Stay with that. Now something will start itching, like, but you're not taking it on. You need some grenades. You need to chop something up. You see? And then who is speaking? Who is speaking here again? You see? And can you stay? Just be one with your own. Or do you think you're so caught by this invitation to go and work on yourself that then you activate energy to go and do that? These are subtleties, but I'll tell you something. If you focus your attention in them, you see, by exposing that or clarifying that, a lot of other areas start to flow.
Yeah, I can see.
Yes.
I think I feel like a lack of complete stillness.
Yes.
And I remember Papaji saying, when you will get it when this will be your last desire.
Yeah, again?
You will get it when this will be your last desire.
When this is your last desire.
Yeah, when you have no more desires.
Yes.
When there is no any, it may take time to remove all the desires.
Either when there's no more desire or there's no more desirer. You understand?
Yes.
You see, either there's no more desire, is one way of putting it, or there's nobody there to desire anything anymore.
Yeah.
And how do you know there's nobody there? You simply are in a place where witnessing is taking place. There's no identity there. Don't worry about desires or desirer, because when you're in your real place, all this is nothing at all. The thing desired, whatever desired, all of this becomes redundant. It loses power immediately. Anyone can do this now, you can see. As soon as you're established in your truthful place, all this nonsense is gone. It has no power. It only has the power because there's a fascination for it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have power in itself.
Yeah,
it runs on phantom power, which means that it draws its power from your belief. Your interest, identity empowers such energies and make them appear real and separate, whereas they are not.
Yesterday night I was walking on the river, and then I look at the sky, and it was a star. I didn't know how far, but very, very far, very, very far, very far. And it was dark. The sky was dark, and then I have a thought, what if I was invited to go there?
What if what?
What if I will be invited to go there?
If you were invited to go there?
Alone.
Alone?
Yeah, and if I will not be able to come back.
Yeah.
If I will go.
Yes. Would you go?
That's the key, I think. Because what I am really cannot be dissolved, you see? So anywhere is. But why? I don't know if they will invite me. I think I will sing twice.
Well, these kind of questions come to you because you still have a personal energy inside you.
Yeah.
You see? And so it comes for that energy. It cannot come for yourself. It would not occur to you like that. Such things are fear generating also, because it may seem, I look up at the sky, I see a star, and I think, wow, suppose I had the chance to go there and to be by myself. Would I take it? And it may seem like, wow, that's an interesting thought. But actually, to one who is aware, it's nothing, it's just a waste of time. Why you bother with that? Why would you even wonder about such things? In fact, you see everything that people talk about and all these things, and is the world becoming a better... All this is just delusion, in fact. It may seem, but Muji, are you saying that we should not go green? Look, do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. Why not go colorless? Why not find your colorlessness first? And then, if something wants to play green or orange and stuff, let it play. It's okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Okay. There comes a point when you'll come to see that you're experiencing is all the play and the content of the waking state consciousness. None of this was here in deep sleep. You had no identity, no religion, you had no gender, no agenda, nothing at all is there. And you were perfectly happy. Then the waking state occurs and the I springs up. Actually, the arising of I is actually the announcing of consciousness. But because yesterday you went to bed as Mr. George, you wake up this morning as Mr. George again. And we think that consciousness becomes George. And you go out into the world with that label on yourself, a psychic label. You may not have said that, but I am George, meet me as George. That's the energy play that happened. But there are some who know that this entire waking state, actually, although they have the sense that they're in it, in this body moving, but at the same time they see even this body and its movement and its relationships are on a screen of consciousness. And it's functioning, the screen. It's not a flat screen, it's a three-dimensional screen with depth and life and everything is there. But that awareness is so powerful that it sees that all of this is merely the play of consciousness. It does not reject it, it's not afraid of it. In fact, it finds it also divine. But it is not intimidated by it because it knows its own self. It appears to be this is its dynamic expression as existence, and yet at the same time it's beyond it. Not beyond like somewhere over there. It's not beyond, it's beyond this way, beyond in subtlety. You're here, and you're seeing this also. It's beautiful, it's totally a different, completely different perspective on life and what is. It cannot be taught. If the mind is a student, it cannot be taught. It can only be revealed to the heart. The heart is not its student. The heart is itself. It will do. The consciousness which is unimpeded, manifest with these beliefs that it is merely the body-mind, and then experiences a state of inhibition. It is inhibited. It is insecure. It is like that. It must experience all this and come back to its fearless root. In the waking state. The waking state is the best state for it to do that. The waking state becomes a mirror in which the timeless re-recognizes itself again. This is what is happening. Out of 7.5 billion human beings, a handful here or there are drawn to places like this to plunge inwardly into the depth of their own ocean. in different ways. It's not just in this kind of way, whether it is called Christianity or Islam or whatever, or satsang or whatever. It is the same. Something is pursuing. But in this form, it is not pushing any particular line of expression. It is not saying, look, we are Buddhists, we are this. It's going beyond all those labels. It has gone beyond all tribal expressions, which are limitations, back into its universal unity. Pay attention to that unmoving presence within your own self. It belongs to no one. It has no star sign. It has no birthday. And yet love radiates from it. Wisdom emanates from it. Life is enhanced by it. Truth is revealed through it. This is yourself. Then you let the dynamic play of existence, let it unfold. You don't interfere even. The one who knows this, you must know it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You come for me for now, and okay, I'll try and move through these questions a bit more quickly.
Hello.
Hello.
You remember me? We met in Delhi before.
In Liverpool?
In Delhi.
Oh, in Delhi. I thought Liverpool. In Delhi.
My heart is beating very fast.
Okay, good. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, you say that I am. What is beyond I am? Not we all. I am is little selfish, I think.
Say again?
I am is little selfish.
Okay. Well, it's a good start. We can say like this. Actually, the true I am is not selfish at all. I am is not the ego. What you are speaking about is actually when a kind of corruption seems to gather itself around the original I am. It says, even in the Bible even it say, I am is the name of God, in fact. Yeah? It is the name of sentience. When sentience expresses itself in a form, it announces itself in this way. I am means I exist. But that I exist feeling, when it identifies with the body, it becomes like personal. Yeah. And you are speaking about the personal mode. The I as ego, I as person. This one is the selfish one, you see. And a great sage, Ramana Maharshi, he said something. He said, the I removes the I, yet remains the I. And people go, what is he talking about? I mean, how many eyes are there, you see? So what he's really meaning is the natural, the pure sense of presence, the godly presence within the form, must remove the egoic imitation.
No, I know what you talk about. I'm love, I'm freedom, I'm whatever I think to be. I think I'll be anything. But the thing is, why don't we, why don't we think for other human beings as well, We are here to create love.
Because we stay in
Even
this...
you are, giving satsang to all of us.
We stay in the selfish state of the I am, the wrong state of I am, which is what the Master was saying, that one gets removed. and still the sense I stays. The state wherein the I am removes the false and limited selfish I am, if you want to say, and remains still the I, which is not merely personal, it is a universal, it is an impersonal I am. And then I feel that will be the answer to your question, in fact. You see? The real spirituality is really the efforts made to shift from person to presence. From person to presence. Actually, in the state of personhood, consciousness is there also. But it is handicapped, meaning that it is identified with impermanence, and it suffers. It becomes very paranoid, very divided, very full of conflict. It must grow or evolve or return to its original nature, which is the pure sense, this I am, which is without conditioning or without the spell of conditioning. That will take you to what you or yourself are saying. Why are we not caring for others? In the natural state of I am, there's a natural love for all beings, and like this, it will come then. And then there is something beyond even this one.
Yeah, that's what my next question.
Well, you get to the first place first. Otherwise, it just becomes theoretical for you. You first come out of the I am the person into the pure, unmixed presence, the sense just of the I am. I can show you how to do this also. And then stay there a little while. Enjoy your existence a bit. And when it is time to go beyond that, an urge will arise within you, and that one will guide you completely home.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. You come then after me. I would encourage you also, if you are going to ask a question, ask a risky question. Don't ask questions which just produces information. I don't want to impart information. This is why sometimes it feels a bit, okay, I talk about this thing. But I want to meet someone really who really feels, like, I don't know if I'm even asking the right question, but I just need to be free of this stuff. Then I feel, yes, something, a seeing may happen. But if you have not come with that urge, then don't come up for now. Just sit where you are, it is fine, and just marinate in that energy field of satsang for a little bit. Because I see many people also sometimes moving about and so on, and they may be going to the bathroom, that is fine. But sometimes the restlessness comes up inside, and something needs to go. It just shows how compelling how the mind somehow dictates a lot of our life movement. And I would prefer if these people who are prone to this type of feeling, if they stay more towards the back, or if you need to leave the room a lot or something, go more to the back for a moment, if you can. I mean this in the nicest way. Please, sir, come and now.
Thank you, Muji.
Thank you.
That was very important for me.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of death and life,
Yes.
It's very important. So you said before that come a time when your family start to grow up. And that happened to me. I start to love everything. So family grow up. The problem start when I call my wife and I said, wow, I love everything. And she said to me, you love also the woman? Of course I love them.
You love also the women, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, and you said, of course I love.
love.
Yeah. You have to be careful when you speak about that.
So
Okay.
the trouble start.
Of course.
Friends, I have a lot of friends.
You have lots of friends, yes.
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 They know me.
Yes.
And they say, it's not possible to act like this. Grow up. You have to be serious. Joking every time. It's not normal. Go back to normality.
Go back to your wife.
I-
Oh, you left her?
Back in my country. Very nice place. Very nice place.
Okay.
And also my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend here.
Oh, Jesus.
But no, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
No, I get in trouble also. She said, how can you see me all the time like an angel? I say, that's the truth. I see you like this. What can I say to you? You are to me like an angel. She said, that's not normal. That upset me. I become anger,
Yes.
trouble.
Yeah.
You see? My God, please show me how to go back to normality.
Well, you don't have to go all the way back, but some tact will come, no? Because actually, it's not so good to, if you say, okay, but you see girlfriend and like this, and you are saying, you are an angel and all this type of stuff. And some people, it's too much. It's too much if you put so much this attention and say, look, I'm not an angel. And you say, yes, you are, and so maybe don't say things like that so much.
Maybe I'm crazy.
I mean, it's not a bad crazy. It's not a bad crazy. It's okay. I really feel. Does your wife watch these things? I mean, is she watching this broadcast as well?
Sorry,
Huh?
I don't understand.
You don't? Huh? What happened?
I don't understand what you ask me.
Actually, this is going all over the world. You know this.
For me, all is like this.
Yes.
When I look around me,
Yes.
I see people.
Yes.
When I close my eyes, I see angels.
Yes.
I am crazy.
Yeah, it is perfect fine. It is perfect fine. Still, it's not necessarily good to go around saying this to people. You see, if it just becomes like that, you see it, and maybe you express in a way. If you see people are saying, but please don't give such a service to me. Don't talk to me like this. It's too much or whatever. Then you tone it down a bit.
But what about my wife? I told you, it's a matter of death
You have to be
and life.
tactful. You have to be a bit more tactful, no? I tell you a little story. One man, he had the two women. He loved them. He fell in love with these two women, no? And he's doing the best he can to keep the secret from crossing over. And then somehow the news came, and each of them found out about the other one. And they met and they talked, we have to sort him out. You have to sort him out, you see, like that, no? But they both loved him, no? He was a very cheeky one. So one of them said, please meet me on the boat in the evening under the moonlight. I just want to talk to you, okay? So he says, okay, I come. So he went in the boat, no? And she was there, and he climbed in this boat, and then the boatman took them out into the river, and she's with him. Then the boatman uncovers the veil, and it is his wife. You see? So he's stuck now in the middle, you see? what I will do. But he's a very smart guy, you know. Yeah? So he says, they say, choose, which one of us do you really love the most? And he says, I will only tell you if you go back onto that place where we got on. Just go there. So he said, as he went there, he spoke to each of them, and he said, I love each of you more than I love each of you more than the other one.
More than my...
So what happened is that they were completely confused by that, as you are as well too. And then he says, just a moment, and he escaped like that. You see? I love each one of you more than the other one. And then they were left thinking about it, and he escaped. You go. I think you have to be smart like that. But I feel if you feel in this way, and this is something that is arisen for you inside, and this is how your life is expressing, then you just have to see how it comes out.
I'm sorry. I didn't come to India to get that.
To get...
this craziness.
Gotcha.
I come to India to become like this.
Ah.
And lightness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that.
Okay, good. Let's start here then. Then let's start at this point then. Something has come up like that. It often does. As you're going through some changing over of power from more a mind-governed life to more an intuitive way. Powers are released, some things are released. You may find that some abilities are coming, gifts and so on, it seems. People call them like that. But you are not to go with them. You're not to take them too deeply. Simply stay inside. And you can observe, but keep your energy here. So all this play, you say, okay, you know, this play seems to be taking place, but I did not come here for that. I'm taking your word as you spoke now. I did not come here for that. So, you know, let that be wherever that is, but that's not it. That's not it. That is not what I came here for, okay? So you continue to be inside your awareness being. You can observe these things, and you'll see that they come and go. Everything is coming and going. So don't pursue what is coming and going. Then you are out of that trouble. It will pass. Then that will pass. I thought you were just fascinated by this, enjoying, and this is what it is. And I said, okay, fine, this is what it is. But now you changed everything because you say, I did not come here for that. And then my attention returned to you properly. I did not come here for that. Bit of fun, playful, but that's not what I came here for. I came here for freedom. Then I begin to take you again seriously in the most beautiful way. So then don't worry about that. Don't put any more attention to this.
No. I worry. You said things come and back, come up and go out. What about my wife? If she come and she go?
If you stay with where I'm pointing to, don't try and work anything out. It will work itself out. It will be fine. Whatever needs to happen here, because as you are established in your heart, you will not know how that will affect your environment and your life. I will tell you that. You'll be nicely surprised. Some things you may think, I'm going to have to work very hard on this to change this, and it will change by itself. This is the miracle of existence. This is the beauty that arises when someone is established again in the truth. It's not a chore, it's not a strain, it's not effort in this way. It becomes a joy, and you see that life is far kinder and more supportive somehow to that one whose mind is dedicated to the heart or to truth. Don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that for the moment. because it will become a distraction for you. Yeah. If you have come and you say, actually, I've come here for truth, then I feel very much in my heart in service to that. I really do. It immediately catches my attention. So just your words saying that for me had a power. It just had a power. It commanded another kind of attention for me.
Thank you, Muji.
Thank you so much. Very good.
I need translator, please.
Translator, a Russian.
Yes.
Coming. He's coming. Yes.
Что-то еще возникает, то, что пытается привлечь внимание.
Something is arising and it tries to catch my attention. Something is still arising.
Actually, the truth is that something is arising, is not trying to catch your attention, is that your attention gets caught.
То, что возникает, не привлекает твое внимание, но твое внимание захватывается, привлекается этим.
It's important to make that distinction because if you feel something as the power to take your attention,
очень важно сделать это, увидеть эту разницу, потому что если ты считаешь, что у чего-то есть сила захватить твое внимание,
you give too much power to that.
Ты слишком много силы придаешь этому другому.
If you stay as the self, it loses its power.
Если ты остаешься как истинное «я», это другое теряет свою силу.
Иногда оно теряет силу, а иногда оно любыми способами пытается что-то сделать.
Sometimes this other thing loses its power, but at other times it does everything to take hold of me.
Yes. Because some place in you is still open for business.
Потому что какое-то пространство в тебе еще до сих пор открыто для этого взаимодействия с тем другим.
Do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah.
Ты понимаешь, что я говорю?
Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Иначе все было бы попросту время терялось.
Use this visitor to somehow go beyond it.
Используй этого гостя, когда он приходит, для того, чтобы выйти за пределы.
You do that by looking at, what is provoked inside myself, what goes up, what wants something from this.
А как это можно сделать? Ты смотришь, что как бы провоцирует, из-за чего это все возникает.
And as you begin to recognize what that is,
и когда ты начинаешь понимать, что это есть,
you will intuitively see that you cannot be that.
Ты интуитивно увидишь, что ты не можешь являться этим.
That you're merely observing it.
Что ты всего лишь наблюдаешь за всем этим.
Yes. Don't identify with it.
Не отождествляйся с этим.
Don't give any passion to it.
Не наделяй это какими-то страстями.
Yeah, keep your power present only in the seeing.
Пусть твоя сила присутствует только в наблюдении, в видении.
Each time it comes,
каждый раз, когда это возникает,
just look in this way.
Просто смотри вот таким образом.
Don't panic.
Не паникуй.
Just quietly stay rooted in your own awareness.
Просто в тишине оставайся укорененной в своей собственной осознанности.
It can only become powerful.
Это может стать сильным только тогда,
if you begin to identify personally.
Когда ты начинаешь с этим отождествляться лично.
All problems are personal.
Все проблемы имеют личностный характер.
Когда-нибудь просто, это уйдет, это заполнится до конца, чтобы оно больше не возвращалось.
Will this ever go And never return, will there be a time that this other thing will never come back?
You don't have to have this attitude.
Тебе не нужно так к этому относиться.
Just every time it shows up,
Каждый раз, когда это появляется,
you beat him
ты просто, побей это.
in this way by staying as yourself.
Вот то, как я тебе описал, ты это сделаешь. Ты остаешься сама в себе.
And it will reduce in power each time.
И каждый раз силы у этого будет меньше и меньше.
Use it as a way of confirming your true place.
Используй это как способ, чтобы утвердиться, подтвердиться в твоем истинном пространстве.
And it will exhaust itself.
И это само по себе, у этого силы иссякнут.
Yeah.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
Right.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm leaving tomorrow, and when you just said before, if anyone has like pressing stuff that they want to deal with, well, that's me. I feel like I carry a lot of my baggage around, and I have these moments, especially in satsang or other times when I'm meditating, that I experience this bliss, but most of the time I come back to the mind, and sometimes even with a residue from this, like some thought or something that the mind then tries to take into some action or something. And I know that everything that you've been talking about before is relevant to what I'm saying now, but I just feel it's not quite answering my question of how to distinguish between these things of when I'm back in this mind and with this residue of the self, of the intuition or something like that.
Understand that when you say you're back in the mind, it only means that your attention go there. What you are cannot go there, because you can be without the mind, but the mind cannot be without you. You are the everlasting source, in fact. These words may seem too great for you, you may think like that, but it is just a simple fact, in fact. When as you bring your attention and rest it into the awareness itself, that conviction naturally grows. That you see that, but there is not an object here. I am not an object here. There's no shape or size. There's not a beginning or an end here. You're beyond. You're out of that category altogether. It's not like that for awareness. Whatever may pertain to the consciousness and the mind, it cannot be applied to awareness. Awareness is your timeless being. It's not imagination. You don't need imagination for that. It just is. And something simply, it's like, it is so irrefutably clear at some point for you.
I do have moments of clarity, but when I'm in the mind, it's so real, it's so strong. The being in the self is just a memory. It's like
Yes, because it's a kind of a state of hypnosis, in fact. Like a kind of drug, you come back into that identity, and everything that somehow comes as mine, it feels like it's a fact, like it's true. It's running in your veins. It's in your lungs. It feels like it's me. I mean, all the evidence here is that it's me, this is happening to me. Then when you're out, you look, oh, what was that? It's like completely, it's like some strange dream or some state. And again, something swings back. It happens very often to people that there's this oscillation between the sense of coming out of the mind space and into the heart space again. And everything is just like, whoa. Like, no mind, no trouble, no coming, no going. No life, no death, everything is pure, just purely this. Then it swings back into the mind and, oh my God, how am I going to get through the day? When is this going to stop? And, oh no, I need to meditate more, maybe I'm not good enough. And it swings back out and, whoa, there's only this. There's no such thing as mind. There's no mind. Swing back again on, oh my God, awareness, maybe I'm just imagining that I'm awareness, but really what I am is this. And I should take responsibility for my life. And I just need to go and find out, oh my God, I'm just so beautiful. And so we are going to have sometimes these oscillations, and then I point you, but what is aware of those extremes, you see? And then somehow a recognition comes. There's a presence, a space, which is not part of that swing. And it's immeasurable. That is all, you see. But for a while, you will experience the sense of being in and as awareness and pure consciousness, and then somehow something will go out, and you'll feel again, you've lost it, I've lost it, oh my God, maybe I'm just imagining, and maybe this is not really my time, I don't deserve to be this, and then you're back again, and it's like, my God, how could I doubt? How could I doubt? There's no believer, there's no disbeliever. How could I doubt? There's only this. And again, maybe spirituality is just fantasy, and I don't know. It's like that. Something, I say sometimes, you must be the cow that jumped over the moon. What it means. First of all, I say, well, how can cows jump over the moon? I say, yeah. I mean, the mind is like the moon, like all of the life, what we think of life, the way you use your mind, who you think you are, all of this is within the great dream. We don't see it as a dream. In fact, we see that this is the real. In satsang, something is waking out of that duality, out of that fluctuating state. You're recognizing the unchanging self. So it's a question of maybe stabilizing gradually. But if there continues to be a strong attraction for what is projected in your mind, it will perpetuate these fluctuating states. When you're in the mind state, or something wants something from the mind, it wants something from the life in that way, so therefore you're a customer for those thoughts. What is holding you there?
I don't know. I don't like those thoughts anymore. I'm bored of them.
Yes. Sometimes it's not sufficient, you see. At first, I don't want them now. I don't want them. And then you're frustrated because you cannot snap your finger and let them go. Sometimes you just have to keep confirming that you're not this thing. Rather than just saying, well, now I don't want them. Life, please take them. And okay, they're gone. Then maybe you would not appreciate that. You would not really be using your discerning powers to transcend and to experience the beauty of transcending, the power of transcending. You would not know it. Sometimes life has to keep something for you to fight for, that you have to fight for something. You have to choose and fight for something, you see? Like this. And as soon as it becomes clear, then everything drops. Maybe you will say now, I don't like these states anymore. And if they were taken, in a short time you'll go looking for them again. You see? We don't know how to evaluate that.
You say to keep the mind in the heart, and I've tried this and I feel it's a very powerful thing, but sometimes the mind then comes in and says, but you're not. It's like the mind has expectations from that.
Actually, what happens is, as you are more somehow feeling what is being said, your beingness is developing such a broadness, such a flexibility, that you don't just become a one-trick pony, meaning that you always have to remember this thing here. Sometimes it's a time when you are just in a state of total acceptance. You just find that feeling, it's just everything is okay. Another time, like everything is swept aside. Because that's the spiritual mood. Everything is just thrown aside. Another time also, you're investigating, looking at something, scrutinizing something very deeply, introspectively. Another moment, you're singing bhajans to the Supreme. You see, you should not feel, oh my God, what is really my way? All of this is your way, can become your way, actually, without you going out looking for it. You keep your attention in the place that's been pointed to now. That somehow whatever states are changing, outwardly and inwardly, somehow they are observed from your own center, your own being. Just keep confirming that. Once, and twice, 3 times, 4, just keep confirming that. That's all. And you'll see that life obeys your composure. If you keep your mind in the heart, or if you keep your attention, or you stay in the heart, your mind will follow, because it cannot exist without you. And it will change and begin to be supportive. It becomes a true friend, you can say. But if you want something from him, like this, you may not know what it is. Maybe just the fact that you believe it when it comes. This will wear off. This must wear away. And don't give too much importance to this right now. Just be here. You're here. Just be here. And don't fix any objective like, I hope he talks about relationship. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for him to talk about relationship. Or I'm waiting for you to talk about, saving the world. No, just come empty. Just come. Just show up. And just be present. Because the one who brought you here knows what is needed inside. And trust it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Sometimes I've pointed, to people in the Sangha that to be in the bigger listening. Sometimes we're sitting at a table and we're eating, and then little pockets of conversations are breaking out. And each little group feels, I'm not talking very loud. They're more loud than me. And they're talking. But all together it just makes a racket, and it's wow. Ring the bell, boing, hey guys. Then we have to point out, please don't be in your little submarines, please. Be in the bigger listening. Keep your consciousness more open, more panoramic, so that the conversations happen, but the awareness is not closed down like that. You're open. Use any concept, but don't lock them. Just leave some space and be in this space. Be more. Then you find that you're more conversant with life in its broadness. It happens very easy. It's not a difficult thing, you see, because it is already a natural way for your being. So sometimes you have to be reminded of these things, and then you see that your life is much broader than your mind tends to look at it. Your natural way is more broad. Okay. Thank you. Look at the back there.
Hi, Muji.
Hi.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I came last year to Rishikesh, and I did not know who Muji was. But as soon as I got, hanging out, people kept going, did you go see Muji? Go see Muji. So I came to see Muji, and I fell in love with you. So, as you know. And I came to your satsangs pretty much every day. I think this might happen to a lot of people, but we're all here seeking the same thing. You share the message that you share with us. But for me, I live in California, Los Angeles, and as soon as I end up flying back and I land at LAX, it's like a freight train hits me in the face. And it feels very uncomfortable. And it's like, it almost feels like you don't belong there anymore.
Yes.
So I guess my question is, how can you keep that feeling that you get when you're here, when you're in satsang, and with all these people that are like-minded?
Yes. You have to die here.
I would if I could.
You say, die, but don't be dead. You die here. And then you will not have to do any of this job anymore. The scenes will change, but the seer remains unchanging. It's not that you're dead or cold, but something is so profoundly stable in you. Otherwise, the notion of being someone, makes you feel that, there's something you need to do about that. And I'm really slapping that completely around and saying, no, it's not like that, actually. Your natural state, takes care of all things, without effort. But once you have the idea of the effortful one, it will always be busy trying to find a technique how to deal with life like that. And nobody can do it. Even the Buddha could not do it. Not as a person. You cannot do it. The waves of the mind, they're so virile that somehow you can't keep it up. You'd be exhausted half the day just from trying to control. I am not trying to control anything at all. And also, my temperament was such that I felt I had a reasonably short attention span. So, I had to get straight to the point. I could not keep anything up. I'll be the first to fail about it. I can't keep it up. That I could not keep it up. So something is just so profoundly recognized that the whole idea of yourself as the doer of actions or the thinker of thought is finished. Boom, it's exposed. It's gone. Then go anywhere. Go even to the moon. You will go anywhere. Because you're in your natural being, and your natural being is not a full-time worker. It just is. This isness is the fulfillment of all spiritual discipline. It cannot be at the end of it, you just become a professional practitioner. You just fall inside your own being. And the doer gets merged, the concept of the doer, because it's not real. And then the being is shining by itself. This change, I'm happy you say this, because let's go to the bottom line. Let's go to the bottom line. Let's not keep on talking, okay, what should I do when this happened? And if this thing happened, what should I do? And when you meditate, should I focus? No, let's go to the bottom line then. Huh? Let's go to the bottom line. The way in which you conceive of yourself as a person has to come to an end. Now, some people don't want to hear that. It just has so much horror stories and so much horror ideas around that. And yet it is pure innocence and beauty. Once the consciousness became hypnotized into believing itself to be the person, it developed tremendous affection for this person. But it's not a true affection, it's more insecurity. And it has to protect. It has to protect, you see? And as soon as it starts to protect, it cannot let the space happen because it feels vulnerable. We have to get past that. You can learn all the books in the world, you can study in every school, but bottom line, if that still stays as I am the one who is the meditator, I am the one who's done really well, and sometimes, no, you have not done it. You have come here to get undone. You see? And to discover, actually, to expose the myth that your personal self, is the transcender of the unreal. You cannot be free as the ego. You can only be free from the ego. And something has to face it. We have to grow up in that way. It's not difficult. It's not an amputation. It's not like there's going to be blood everywhere. It's just some shift that takes place. Maybe it's through trust. Maybe it's not anything that can be traced exactly, but something is already softening up and opening up to that possibility. When that moment will come, when that changing over of perspective will take place, I don't know. Every day I'm here just for that. Because one being set free from that delusion, you see, is going to be like yeast in the flour. It's going to spread all over, Even if you don't directly go out and set yourself as a teacher, your energy will somehow be affecting the environment, just like a tree is imparting, giving off so much oxygen, whether we know about it consciously or not. Nobody's going thanking the tree for that, like that. There are beings who are always here on this planet, who are awake and who are one with the self. And without them, this planet would be doomed. It's not your politicians that do that, that save anything. It's the holiness inside the heart of a human being is going to do it. We don't need more books, more this, more that. You just need human beings whose lives have become the evidence of truth. For this you have come, and for this I come. You see? And I came here for you, for that. And for the love that arises and the joy that arises out of that play. Not even work, that play. You see? So how we can balance, sometimes people ask questions like that. How can I balance my spiritual life with my, my daily life and so on? I said, you cannot do it. No you can balance it. You can only discover the truth of yourself and discover the natural balance and harmony that is synonymous with being. And you'll be so happy. You're so happy. Because what do you have to do? Not even to be. You don't even have to be. You are. You will discover this. So this is the opportunity here to go full way. Don't go, for 98% even. I'm not saying we are having some measuring here. I'm just saying the attitude should be, I come for this. I come for this. My attitude is just for this. I don't want to create any pictures about what it should look like. It's enough my heart somehow is resonating and it feels that there must be some trust. I cannot put a blueprint in front of you and say, okay, here's a checklist of what you're going to get. I'm not going to put like that. Okay? Your heart is going to feel something and you're going to have to trust with that. That's how the game is. It's not that, I need to know exactly what's coming. No, you don't know exactly what's coming. And actually, it doesn't matter what's coming if you are who you are, because whatever comes is going to go. Find that which doesn't come and which doesn't go. It's here already. It is the most stable fact. And that is your presence. That is the great news, actually. Just imagine if you had to create awakening. You had to develop the skills to do it. No. But I tell you, your core being is alive. It is true. It is real. It is eternal. But somehow that consciousness must come alive. You must be aware of it. And the only thing that seems to stand as an obstacle to that is the present belief that you are this person. And you're trying to understand the infinite from the very limited person stance. And being in satsang, I'm happy to see many faces are here from the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 7. Because it is being immersed in this type of energy field, in this field of wisdom and consciousness and introspection and love that is undoing all those bad habits and stuff like that. From time to time, something will just have to, a grenade has to go off here and there, just to kind of clean the slate. But trust this. You're in the best place on earth right now. Yeah. Have this attitude. I'm in the best place I have ever been right now. Because your mind would like to have you thinking otherwise. And don't miss your chance. That's all I would tell you. Yeah. That's the game. Come full power, full power. Come full power. Don't ask for guarantees or, just come full power. Show up. Just show up and be open. Because grace cannot reject you. You say, when I get off the plane, I'm fine here. There are some people who are Western yogis in the Himalayas. But then something happens in the place of their birth or something like this. They have to go back to London. They have to go back to, Brussels. And they go back to Brussels and they become a Brussels sprout, basically. They can't be the sage anymore. I can only be a sage in Himalaya. Then, no, it is not true. You can go anywhere. You should be able to go anywhere. The scenes will change. But the inner one is unchanging. You see that? It's not an effort even. It's not even an effort. The more loud it gets, the more you enjoy, my God. You see like this. And you're not judging anything. Oh, look at this world. Oh, it's so noisy here. Oh, there's so much energy being lost. No. Everywhere you go, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Because here, the Lord is here also. Everywhere He's here. You see.
Can I take you back to Los Angeles with me?
Take me back as you. We are finding this thing and you find this thing here, you're finding, no? Today you can do it. If you look and you say, okay, but I can see that when I'm there, it's like a change in temperature. And suddenly, all my experiences feels like buying 10 Bermuda shirts, basically. We have this joke I make that, you go in the Caribbean and you go and you buy these Bermuda shirts. And they're completely coconut trees and beautiful sunsets and, sort of like peacocks. And you just think, my God, I've found my eternal style. And you buy a lot of them and you arrive back in London, you thought, why? It's like the vibe is gone. It's like the vibe is gone. Why would I buy? And 10, my God. Like this. Don't let your experience become Bermuda shirts. Meaning that when you go to another environment, it's like your beingness is still functioning like a chameleon. So now I'm in London, I'm just a London guy again. That can be okay on the surface, but in the deep, you see, something is just unchanging. You will see with eyes that are totally even and a heart which is established in the true. Let London take your darshan, then you'll not be all stirred up. You go to your family also, If you can get past your mom, usually I think you'll be okay. When they start to fire some rounds at you, you become yogi and all of this type of stuff. And somehow your heart is still just full of love. Even at the greatest attack they come. And you're not toppled somehow. Because there's nobody there fighting, in fact. Except maybe wisdom may put a few things correct, if you want. Pain can still be felt. When someone says something unkind or something that is unjust, that will be felt, no? But you will not suffer it. You'll understand, okay, it's like that. Are you leaving soon?
I'm going to be going to Nepal, but I will be back.
Okay.
But you'll probably be gone when I get back. So.
Oh.
But I'll watch you on TV, on YouTube. I can't be without Muji.
Thank you, very good. Well, you're holding your hand up since you're there. I want to hear what you have to say. You, yes. You, the one in the dark shirt. No, don't stop now. Come. Okay.
you. Hello, Muji.
Hello.
I love you.
I love you too.
God, it's a revolution inside of me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, this is good.
But I came here for everything, for my liberation, for nothing, for I don't know for what I came here.
Yeah.
And when you say a liberation, something inside of me make like that. Wow, liberation! Wow, shaking everything inside of me, and I'm a little tired of this play around and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you say that Ramana said. I remove the eyes and remain only the eye.
Yes, yes.
And I'm here in front of everything. I stay to the feet of God to be only the love.
It is good. But it must not come only merely out of an emotional state. It must be something that doesn't matter at any now. Sometimes a life goes on fire here. It happens very often. Someone's life just catches fire. And for a while you don't know what's happening to you. Very good. It's a beautiful thing. Don't even try to salvage anything. Don't try and save yourself. You're already being saved. Something is very beautiful happening there. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to now, okay, what techniques to give you. I said, no. You stay here and burn, baby. It's good. It is fine. You see? Don't look for jobs now. Just be here with this. This is your moment, and life is catering to that. It's serving that, whatever. This attitude, I know this attitude because my heart was so full of this. But it started with something. It didn't start just in my head. It started with what I say, a kiss from inside. And that kiss, I'm still living in the sweetness of that kiss. It undid everything. I gave everything. I walked out of my life for that kiss. And the attitude was like that. Even if you had to take this form today, yes, take it, because I cannot be without you. This was it. And it took all fears away. If you come like this, then come like that. It is good. You have not come to a shop to purchase anything. You come to the temple of emptiness. This is good. You see? You turn yourself in. You hand yourself over. I'm here. I'm here. This is good. Already, whatever needs to take place, let that take place now. Don't be watching what is taking place, what's going on. No, just you are here. There's something that's not taking place. There's something that is not an event. It's not even a step to be taken. In front of it, innumerable movements may occur, but it itself is not a movement. It needs no promises. And it has always been as it is. Let the mind be its devotee. What is that which is not waiting for next? What's the next feeling? What's the next thing? It's no waiting. It's not reminiscing about some past experience. It's not comparing. It has no form, has no shape, has no design. For all such things, you must go to the realm of the consciousness and the mind for that. But this is really, it fits into no category. The mind, it busies itself trying to construct some shape to hold it. But this is just dream. It cannot be held, it cannot be contained, it cannot be controlled, it cannot be shared even. It just is. This is it. This is ourself. All this emanates out of that. It's as though you are the invisible inside the visible. But the rational or logical mind may feel insufficient to grasp this. It is grasped in some deeper way, in some intuitive way. That's it. Okay?
Thank you, Munji. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Namaste, Muji.
Namaste.
I'm willing to go to the bottom line with you, if that's possible.
Yes.
That's why I
Yes.
held my hand up a few
Yes.
minutes there.
Yes.
Yeah, like the mind has been trying to figure out what's going to happen. You know, if I get to this microphone, ask a question, maybe even come up to you. But just yesterday, I realized that you know, I have to do it to know it. I cannot just, you know, every day imagine and trying to find the perfect question.
Yes.
So I just have to stand here and see what happens. And I'm here 100%.
Yes. If you are here 100%, then you cannot be there. You're here. And everything else is there. But you're here. If you follow what I'm speaking. I'm here. Here is where I'm 100%. I'm 100% here. I'm in my focus, or I'm in my surrenderedness or something. What is implied by this term here? I'm 100% here. Okay? So then I say, leave all that is there alone. Don't worry about anything. Even the ideas, as you said earlier, my mind is picturing stuff, or that mind is also there. It's not the here that I'm speaking about. And the one that the mind is speaking to also, don't identify with this one. Is it possible? Is it possible, or will we feel, but that's what I am. I cannot avoid being that. Or is there a greater space behind that? Do you follow? We are coming to a close. Just give this last moment now for what we are speaking. Huh? Hold on to no pictures about yourself. The tendencies of the mind, the voice of the mind, the thoughts and so on, and the one who is affected by the thoughts, see? Don't identify with any of that. Is it possible? Or is it that the one who identifies is the only fact you think you are? Everything stops here. Behind me there's nothing. I am the fact I have to deal with. Is this true? Or is it not that this is still the idea we have of who we are and not the reality of what is? And that this idea keeps changing from time to time anyway. It changes even unforced, it is changing by the law of nature. It is changing. Can that be who you are, you see? One man came, I shared a story, he said, I'm listening to you, but to be honest, I can't get this problem out. This problem is with me, and the problem is that my girlfriend and I were separating, and that's just my biggest problem right now. I'm not able to focus properly on what you're saying because every now and again this strong feeling comes, and that's where my attention is. And I said, but you're aware of that, no? He said, yes, but it's just like more loud than anything else. I said, okay, let it be loud then, let it be loud, no? Then we are carrying on like this because he seemed to feel like it was real, like this is really what is. And I asked him like that, okay, can you tell me something if I ask you, what was your problem like this, of this intensity, what was your problem 3 problems ago? And he said, I can't think of that. And I said, okay, well, 2 problems ago. What was a problem that was strong like this 2 problems ago? Can you recall it? No, I don't know. Okay, 1 problem ago. What was the problem before this problem? What was your problem that really caught you like this? Sorry, I can't go there. So I said, look, if that is the destiny of all your thoughts, then this present one has the same destiny also. It will go. What is so captivated by that? And you say, no, there's a powerful force that just pulls the attention. And I say, okay, what about this? Even if that's a strong force in you, that the mind is strong, it's only the attention that's reporting its strength. But something is aware even of attention. Can you just take a second to see if you can confirm this or not? This is so important. Even the attention is observed also. That which is observing even the attention, does it have a reading? Is it stressed? Does it need to be 100%? Does it need to be present? Does it have any needs at all? Please take a second to see if you can confirm for yourself. We have a sense that we need to do something because we've been doing lots of things, but maybe I haven't been doing the right thing. So even that I say, this is good, because it's good, it's also an expression of consciousness. But here I'm asking you, but even the one who is doing, or the thing that you are doing, isn't there an awareness of this? But what happened is that there's a feeling that it's not satisfying to just be awareness. I want some result. I want to feel my change. I want to see what's happening, you see? So like this, then whatever thing happens for you is going to be subject to change again anyway. And it's fine. I am fine also with the world of changes. It's a very healthy space. But find the unchanging first. Then experience the changing from the unchanging. And see if you can have a problem with it. When there is the readiness, the timing, the readiness to really somehow just flick the seed of the mind, you will not miss it. Sometimes there's still something inside that is not visible enough at the moment, but it's being supported somehow, a duality that doesn't enable or allow the space to open it up. Do you know of anything like that?
Well, actually, this thing here that I'm standing is like an experiment. I wanted, like, my mind build up some fears, you know,
Yes, yes.
raising my hand even. That took me, like, when I was at Zimar. I felt that on the 5th day or something, like, you're talking something and, you know, my body is getting hot, the temperature is rising, sweaty hands, and the heart is beating. And at that time, I was just hiding, you know. I was just, it felt like, you know, in this body, something doesn't want to hear what you're saying. And yeah, like the ego was kind of, you know, like a near-death experience, but I was lucky enough to, the ego was lucky enough to, you know, get away with it. And like 20 minutes ago or something, when you were talking about that there are some beings here that are ready to plunge into the ocean, like actually this was, I've been here like since the start of this Rishikesh satsang, and to me it felt like the weeks before it wasn't really a hot satsang, you know, nobody came up and like, just like, yeah, small questions, and for me I was like feeling peaceful, you know, much of the time meditating, very, very nice experiences like cappuccino enlightenment or something, and I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I thought it's you know, if I can raise my hand, if the fear comes up in the body, and I do not identify with that, and just raise my hand and come to the microphone, and you know, have awareness of that the body is speaking into the microphone. And I'm ready to face the fear of death if it's like a proof or something. I don't know if it's.
Okay.
There was one question too, like people coming up here and they said, "Yeah, I've always been that. I'm free." So like mentally, I could say, "Yeah, that's my, you know, like from the mental mind." That's logical. I can approve to that. But
Thank you for saying that.
but my question was, is it really legitimate to say I'm free without facing your greatest fear? You know?
Yes.
Just like, oh, that's, to me it seemed like that's too easy. You know?
Yes.
But even thinking that's too easy might, you know, just keep you away from getting it your whole life. So yeah, that were the some questions that were.
They are necessary.
bothering
There
me
are
last
some
days.
necessary introspections that you have gone through to look like that, because of course people coming up and saying I'm free is not okay. Good, you have got the freedom certificate. You can go. You know, it's not that. Sometimes people have come also to where I'm living, and they say yes, I have. One man I'm thinking of right now, he came and he said like that. Actually, I came here because I felt maybe that you would just tell me that to confirm, you're confirming my experience that I'm liberated. But after a week, he was looking very miserable. And he said, I was before in my country, everything was going beautifully for me. I was just feeling very intuitive, very peaceful every day, no trouble. You know, I would speak with people, I've got all these insights. And I knew in my heart I was free. But then I came here, and then I realized that I was not free. It was just my thoughts about it. And now all this stuff is coming up, and something wants to run. Like my life was much better outside. It was much more peaceful because it just was. And here I feel like I'm falling to bits. I said, this is more genuine actually. Because outside you are not stretched. There's nobody to stretch you. But you come into an environment and somehow you begin to look and you see that there's still all these games going on. If you are ready to go beyond those games, then there's powers to lead you beyond them. Also, it is here. But it is something that arises very spontaneously, and I feel, yes, okay, let's go, let's take a look. But sometimes I feel also that there is it's like heavy, something is heavy. What is this heaviness? Why should there be this heaviness? Where is that coming from? So it's not a joy. I don't want to work on you. I don't want to work on anyone. I said, no, carry on and do what you're doing. Because if I have to work on you, the minute I stop, then you go back to your stuff anyway. The awakening has to be a joy now for me. It means that something has come and it becomes a joy. Not just pleasure, but I mean, it's like a joy because your heart is open for that. Something is open for that. And it's not just coming from your mind. It's not just you say, oh, I want to be free now. Okay, where is it? You see? It's not like that. I'm not a delivery boy. But more that something is here, and maybe you do go through some periods of real resistance and so on, but something is still here. And the moment comes to take it out of the oven. It's good. I'm so waiting for this moment in a way. With every questioner, I am not interested in answering questions. I'd love to just go, but conscious people come with questions, and I feel that there's still energy in them, and okay, we have to talk a little bit, and that is good up to a point. But also, there's very much a willingness, a readiness to see, okay, then there's only this to see, and what is this? And you see it, and that's it. Why should it be more complex than that? When you're ready, nothing will stop you. As I said, if you want to be happy, nobody can stop you. If you want to be free, nobody can stop you.
But you said like being free doesn't really mean that you're like 100% happy all the time. So actually I understood you.
Well, you're not going to be happy about things. For many people, their happiness is about something. It has some event about it. Something nice happens and they feel happy. I'm talking about the happiness, the joy of your own being, which never runs out. It just never runs out. It just is. It's part of your isness. You see?
So is there one question that often came up was, I listened to, I think, almost all your satsangs, like for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything more than that, actually. So I've heard like a few thousand words, and in the last days it's been like that I had the feeling I've heard too much, too much words, because actually there's always the mind part that tries to figure it out like mentally and logically. And there's like some other part that says, even though, these teachings are contradictory in a way, there's a truth about it, So there's a part that realizes the mind can figure it out, and there's a part that says, yeah, but, the body's going to satsang and, is really loving, to hear satsang every day. Like,
yes.
Sometimes I listen to satsang or like on my cell phone, to your teachings and or to the teachings of the other masters, and it's my greatest joy to hear these words. And but I have to admit, and I have to speak the truth, like I don't know, like once in a while, every 2 months or something, when I'm hearing it for the 10th time, like for a second or two, the mind comes in and says, oh my God, you've heard that 20 times, like, so it's not really, yeah, it's not really that it's, yeah, that's, so there's like the critical mind part too that has its thing to say, but if I understand you correctly, you say that it's important that it's a shift, like the delusion state is...
Okay, again, I say, I understand what you're saying, and don't give it to your mind. My simple place is, I come, you say you're hungry, I got some food, eat. That's my position on it. I was not brought up, I was not an educated person. I don't read a lot of things, I don't have a lot of philosophies, I'm not interested in it actually. But somebody come and they say, I'm so hungry, and I said, come, yeah, I have some pasta here, very nice, And you say, but is it vegetarian? I said, yes, okay, you take some. Is it whole wheat? I said, but you're hungry or what? Is it like that? And because I have some allergies, and I said, you're not really hungry. From my side of looking, it is very the simpler, the better for me. The simpler, the better. And even if I don't have to speak, it's beautiful. I'm not, I have to go through all of this all the time, you know. So, trust it. I'm saying the same thing over and over again in different ways. Someone come, blah, blah. I say, okay, what about this? And if there's an earnestness, if there's an urge within, you will get it. You have to get it. There's nothing simpler than discovering yourself. Okay? There is nothing simpler than discovering the truth and being in your joy forever. There's nothing simpler than that. Why would I want to go and make up more talk about it? I just point you, and they say, yes, but this thing and that thing, and then my mind says, I say, why you bother about your mind? Why you bother about why you talk about your mind? You crazy? Why you saying what my mind says? Well, your mind says a lot of nonsense things. Why give it so much importance? You see? So that's the only thing. I say the truth is simple, but the seeker of truth is complex. And he has to get out of his own way. Just a simple thing. Many years ago, I was just sitting in my house. That's all, I was sitting down. I didn't feel like talking at all. People were coming, but they were okay to sit, and we just sit. It wasn't, I didn't make any oath like I'm not going to talk or whatever. I just found myself not talking, and we were fine. They were also just sitting, drinking tea. Sometimes I just look at them, and some felt good. And then some people showed up and they started asking questions. You know about consciousness, when so and so. I said, oh my God, what's that now? Then I pray, oh God, I don't understand what they're talking about. You're bringing them, if you bring them here, you must give something to speak to them, because I don't know what to say to them. And then I found after a short time, people would ask, and somehow, yeah, you just don't do that and just do that. And that's like, is it? And that's how it started, all of this. And I found a great joy in that. Well, wait, it's very clear. My master did not sit me down and teach me self-inquiry. You know, it was just like we're cooking food and pass the oil and so on and so on. So, right, that's enough of that. Okay, good, self-inquiry. And the rest comes out from inside, as it will do from you. So you don't have to come thinking that there's some great, complex, high philosophical. I don't know anything about it. If I look at you, I can look at you beautifully, eyes full open, because what? There's only the self. But when I listen, it sounds like something else is there. Okay? And there's a belief that there's something is very important and something wants something other than or more than or enough of or something. And then it becomes conversing like that. And as much as possible, we try and keep it just straight and to the point. But the seeming doubter persists. Yeah, but if, but when, how, perhaps maybe next, could you, okay, could we, what about Thursday? And it's okay. It happened like that. I don't have a thing to, because you see, I have, as I told you, not a very long attention span. That was how it was for me. Bread, butter, toast, jam, tea, boom. I like that. And I don't want to, because I see genuinely sometimes there's some complexity, some confusion. We try and find the simplest way to bring you Ramana's guidance, Papaji's guidance, in a modern way, simple way. That's it. When you're ready, I'm here.
So what about the thought that comes now that says, yeah, so like to this body, you know, you're not ready. You know, Muji can't do anything, you know, for me or for this body to get it.
Right
so
now, I would say throw that out.
Yeah, it's a thought.
And throw every other thought out. Let's do it. Let's finish this Sunday on a beautiful awakening. Throw everything out. Throw all of that stuff out. Whatever your mind has to say, just leave it. Leave it for now. Just see if you can just come to a place where there's only you, not you and not you, like you without you. If you just leave that. So just come. I'm not going to call that enlightenment or nothing. I'm just saying, can you do it? Yeah? Just leave all this chatter, because anyway, nothing can keep it. Just leave it for now. And even the desire for freedom, and just leave everything for a moment. Let's just leave everything together. We can do as many as want. Leave everything of that. And, about consciousness and the supreme and, the ego and the jiva and shiva and all of this. Leave everything for now. Let's just do that. And I'm as totally genuine as I can be about it. Leave everything for a moment. Until the senses, let them be there, because they don't cause any trouble. It's only the interpreting of them that cause trouble. So don't bother. Let everything just leave. And quickly, we can take 10 seconds. It's very generous. In 10 seconds, you can drop all of this stuff. Yeah? Until there's nothing here to divide. There's nothing here to divide. It's just what is here. Like this. Can we do that? When you come to this place, no, which you're just here, no? Does it have any desire there to do anything? Forget about what your mind says and about enlightenment and all. Just forget everything. When you're here, just this. Maybe some thoughts might come like, you can't stay like that, and how can you live like that, and that can't be it, and stuff. So you have to reject all those things as well. Don't engage with any thought. You see, I can be that and still talk to you, and it makes no difference to that. But some people have the impression that if they talk about it, they've lost something. I said, but that's a thought, hustle. Forget about it. I can do whatever comes to mind to do. I can look at this flower in intricate detail. I can count the petals, and I don't leave myself. I don't become noisy because I look at this. I don't leave myself to do that. Somebody shout, oh, oh. Nothing happens to what is for that. So you do that, leave everything. Yeah? You see that your senses are functioning, sight is there, but the interpreting tendencies of the mind, don't forget about that, because it's all rubbish. It's nothing. Do that. Let's not call it anything. Don't call it awakening. Don't call it freedom. Don't call it anything at all. Thank you very much. That's it. Don't call it a sage, a jnani, a jivan mukta, Krishna, Christ, Bhagavan, consciousness, awakening, duality, non-duality, Advaita, Christianity, Buddhism. No, forget about all of that. Then. And forget about that as well. Okay. Don't carry anything. Unless your I is empty of anything, then this one you can let it stay there. And is it an effort to do that? Is it a strain, like I've got to stay empty? That's also a thought. Empty doesn't have to try and be empty. And then see if when you go walking, if your legs get entangled into each other. If you have to send an email, and you see that everything is there. Nobody in the house. Just awareness.
When I couldn't know what you would be talking, but if I listen to your words that you just said,
yeah,
I just have to say that I had my mind made up some possible outcomes of our meeting. What is enlightenment? What is the truth? You know, like the final step. What is it? But and one option actually that I imagined that it would be like the simplest thing, you know, like almost like too simple. Actually, like the thing that has always been there. Actually,
just do it. Just do it. You see?
Yeah, but I cannot do it. You know.
Well, you understand what I mean.
State.
No, not asking you to do a state. I'm just saying, leave everything. Not asking you to be in any state. Just say, leave everything for a moment. And the mind says, you know, but okay, suppose I do it, and then this day. So it's not, you're not left that. That has to leave you. You have to leave it. Because that would just keep on, and yeah, okay, Muji. But what if, and you're just not doing it? Your mind is living your life for you. You're not doing it. You're thinking your life. This is what I'm saying. And then you're saying, this is what, when I say to you, you put your hand up, you come, and something makes it difficult to I just want to show you inside you, using you, to see you, without you. I just want to do this. And I say, but why is it so difficult? Sometimes it's very easy, so much joy, so simple. And sometimes it's heavy, because there must be some other thing clogging up inside. And what is it? And I'm hearing it now. Because everything you give to your mind says, yeah, but you know, supposing, okay, let's suppose we do it. Then what is the outcome? What's the possible outcome? It could either be, you're not doing it. And then you say, but I can't do it. I say, okay, this is the difficulty. This is the problem. It's all imagined. I give you a simple thing. Okay, take this handkerchief, okay, that is, fold it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Put it in your pocket. That's it, thank you. I said, yeah, but if I do it, I mean, should I fold it this way or that way? And, you know, would you want to see this side vertically or would you like to see horizontal? You know, I just say, come on, simple thing, that's all. Something is resisting the simplicity of what I'm pointing.
Yes, exactly.
You see?
Yeah.
If I tell you, listen, you have to do, 35 press-ups, okay? You know? Like this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and between each one you say, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Then your mind will go, ha, Muji, thank you. That's what this is. But I point you to something, you don't have to do anything, the most simple, and you go, yeah, but what if I do this and do this thing like that? So at least because my advice is so simple, quickly try it out and prove me wrong, and then reject me and what I have to say and move on to another place. But try me out first and then prove me wrong, then reject everything. Say, Muji, I'm sorry, you're not the one who, I can't listen to anything you're saying, it doesn't work. I've tried it doesn't work, thank you. Okay, good luck, bye, thank you. Try it. Prove it wrong or right, and then move on with your thing. I'm here. I'm not hiding. I'm not speaking through some distant thing. I'm not talking to you as a hologram. I'm here. So if I'm wrong, you can come on the stage in front of the whole world. I'm putting in front of the whole world, and say, Muji, you are tricking us. Okay? I'm here. I have nowhere to go. I'm here for another 2 weeks. So I'm very much up for it. Follow my advice. And today, before we even leave for lunchtime already, you may just go, wow, is that it? I say, yes. Oh, good. That's it. Sometimes, of course, there are beings who, for a while, we have been conditioned and cultured to expect a lot more. We've seen these mighty temples and stuff, so beautiful. And they're beautiful. I enjoyed to look. It was very beautiful. Okay? And so many books and so much things going on and so much techniques and so much spiritual expressions and so on. Can it really be as simple? I said, well, why don't you give it a try and see? Try it out. I don't have a complex thing. you know? I don't have a complex thing. This morning I was sitting outside one little stall on the street, eating a parota in the newspaper on the street, because I like this from this particular guy. And two people walked up, and they may be here today, and it was like they're surprised. My God, it's Moji eating on the street, and it's just nice. I like simple things. I don't have to be a connoisseur. Simple is good. It works just as good. And what I'm telling you is simple, and it's just as good. Try my parota. Then you say it doesn't agree with me. It gives me the runs. Okay, fine. I am here with you. If it was up to me, I would not let one of you go. If it was up to me, I would not be satisfied that one of you don't get it. This is the truth. But I'll also be satisfied if only one of you get it. Because so much light is going to pour through that one place. And from my way of looking, all of you are it, as I am. So between this simple understanding, something has got to give. Many people come to satsang, and then they disappear, they run away. And I feel they run away because it is either too direct, and something is avoiding this directness, this simplicity. My master say, you could be searching for many hundreds of years, lifetimes even, searching for the truth. But if avoidance is present in you, you will not find freedom. If you honor that, avoidance can come, but you must put him on the table. Say, this is one of my cards. It's there. Let's look at him. Don't defend him, because he's not defending you.
Well, actually, I have to say that I know avoidance very intimate, you know. So it's been like a vasana in my life. So when I heard you say, or like, like quoting Papaji, that he said like, if avoidance is at the root of it, you're not gonna get it. Actually, my mind was telling me, then you can leave, you know, just
exactly.
You can leave. But
this is your best friend. You come for freedom. Listen, why don't we just leave now? Because you know you are avoiding. Stop wasting your time here. Let's go party, man. You see, it will encourage you to move away from anything to do with your real discovery. It is like that. And as yet, you don't get it, do you? That you must transcend this serpent's voice inside yourself. That is telling you, actually, it's better here. It's better over here. It's better here. Here they're singing bhajans, and it was very touching. They stayed there one. I'll teach you a very simple thing that will help you to get it more quickly. It will get you away. You have to be smart. You're smarter than him. But you must honor yourself and digest your seeing. Acknowledge what you see. This is true self-respect. Okay? We're going to leave it like that. We're going to leave it like that for the moment. if it was in my heart that to come here was going to be mostly a kind of mental exercise and, debates and, it's not possible for people to get it in such a short time, I don't bother come. Because I don't like traveling anyway. Much. I have not been anywhere over the last 20 years because I wanted to go. I want to go anywhere. But the yearning of the heart for this that has been discovered here becomes so strong that it cannot be avoided. This is how I find myself traveling. If I felt that it was not possible to awaken completely to the timeless within yourself, if it's not possible, I would not come here. So I've come here for you, whoever you know yourself to be. You may not even think it's you yet. But I have only come for this. And somehow I feel in many of you, you're here for the same thing. So life creates that chemistry. Something has to combust. The veil has to fall or something. It needn't be dramatic. It needn't be an explosion. It could be a very quiet thing. All the beings who have come here, you're in a state of awakening, in fact. You're in various stages in your own awakening. But don't hold back. I will encourage you. Don't hold back. If you leave after this time and I never see you physically again, it is fine. Go, be free. Go. I don't want to hold on to you. But I encourage you. Sometimes you can come a long way, and some people have made big sacrifices to come to a place like this. They have families and things that they have to find situations for to come here. Use your time well. The energy of all the masters that you love, they are here in satsang with you, out of their love for you. So whether you are here sitting in this room or looking in through this computer, wherever you are, it is the same. It is not in my heart that one of you should not get it, should not see this. To discover the uncreated self, the imperishable, the unborn awareness, makes all of this worth it. Every pain, every bit of sorrow, every challenge becomes worth it because this is possible in you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is someone coming today? Okay, very good.